We're producing all sorts of different types of metal work. We do a lot of historic restoration, a lot of new works. That can range from garden structures, furniture, contemporary ironwork. So we've got a great team down here. There's two of which are apprentices, both of which have been supported by NADFAS. It's been a real boost for us. We were very keen to have new people in to learn the skills and carry on the traditions that have been running for millennia.
We tend to work alone on our own part of the project, but there are occasions when we're using heavier stuff where you work in tandem, and that could be a lot of fun because there's not many of the jobs I can think of where you work in direct sort of synergy with someone else. So you have to be able to communicate sort of non-verbally what you're doing. Time's very tight, and you have to do something at the right time to save the heat and things. So I think there's a lot of exciting aspects to working in that kind of team.
As an individual overseeing someone's training, there's a great deal of satisfaction knowing that your skills that you have learnt over the years have been passed on to someone else. And these ancient skills that we're all dedicated to are continuing to be taught and implemented in the craft scheme.
What got me interested in blacksmithing to begin with, I've always enjoyed making things out of other mediums like textiles and wood. I feel it's another material to be creative with, to make things out of. But it's a great environment to be in. There's a big workshop, as you've seen. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're working at quite a fast pace. It's quite a lot to get to grips with to begin with. It can be quite intimidating. It's definitely a great experience being here. I get overlooked sometimes when there's really heavy things to lift, but that's fine by me.
Having the NADFAS grants has softened the blow for taking an apprentice on. Our skilled people are supervising the apprentices, and there's naturally a slowdown in the rate at which items are made in the workshop. Obviously, as they get more experience, they need less time, and we start to get the reward for that. It's fantastic having new people coming in, people that are questioning what we do because they want to find out more about it, whereas we might take things for granted. So we've been really lucky. The two people that we've taken on are proving to be fantastic. With the grants, that's allowed us also to put them through courses that wouldn't otherwise be available through other funding routes.
I do like a lot of the hot processes we do, forging, forming, bending, stuff like that, just because it's quite elemental, and it's really nice how you can move something that's so solid. But there's loads of aspects of the job I enjoy. The continuity from making a small component and fitting it up to a larger assembly, and then the final project going out the door, maybe even fitting it sometimes I get involved with. In college, obviously, you're taught to do something in a very slow, methodical way, focusing on a single piece, just dwelling on lots of small details and stuff. Whereas in the workshop, it's more of a production environment. You start to see that you can save lots of time by making several things at once. If you're doing a run of production, you'd kind of make a jig maybe. If you're making 3 or more assemblies the same, you start to look at the bigger picture and how you can align your processes and do things in a certain order to save you time, save wasting material. It's very different in a good way.
Getting the grant from NADFAS is a brilliant opportunity. I mean, I get to stay here working, learning lots of new skills, lots of transferable skills as well, and yeah, I'm incredibly grateful.
The NADFAS apprenticeship scheme has been amazing and allowed me to follow my dreams into working with metalwork in this great team we've got here.